Welcome to Recap's channel. Today, I will explain the movie Tale of Tales, released in 2015. The movie is divided into 3 tales. The first tale focuses on the king and queen of a kingdom, named Long Lattice. At first glance, it seems that the couple leads a happy life. But the queen actually suffers from a rare disease, which does not allow her to become a mother. Because of this, the queen is always angry. Despite this, the king did his best to cheer up his queen. One day he invites some circus performers to the palace, but suddenly the queen notices that one of them is expecting a child. As a result, she becomes envious and starts to break everything in her room. When the king discovers this, he swears and promises to do anything to solve their problem. Late at night, a strange necromancer arrives at the castle and claims to be able to solve the queen's problem. Upon hearing this, the king reminds him that many people have tried in the past and failed. But the necromancer is confident that the queen can carry a baby. But he adds that it depends on how far the king is able to go for his queen. The king answers, "To the end of the world." The necromancer tells them that he has years of experience and knows a lot about nature. Furthermore, he says that nature must always be in balance, and that if the king wants a life, he must also sacrifice one. In spite of his strange statements, the king and the queen give him their full support. After this, the necromancer begins to describe the process. The king will have to catch a sea monster, whose heart will be used to cure the queen's illness. Then a pure and unmarried woman will have to prepare the heart, which will be eaten by the queen. In this way, the necromancer ensures that the queen will become pregnant. Hearing this, the king immediately agrees to hunt the sea monster and begins preparations. The next day the king undertakes his mission. He finds the creature in a river. The king takes advantage of the monster's sleep and enters the ocean to attack it. He finally succeeds in killing the beast but is seriously injured in the struggle. He succumbs to his wounds after removing the creature's heart. The queen then returns to the castle, covering the heart with a cloth. Later, a maid in the castle turns out to be single and pure. Therefore, she is assigned to prepare the heart. While cooking, she experiences strange sensations and suddenly becomes pregnant. The queen consumes the heart and finally becomes pregnant. In the next scene, the maid and the queen give birth at the same time. The boys seem to be the same age. The queen's son is called Elias, while the maid's son is called Jonah. The film then advances 16 years, and the children have grown up. The queen lives a happy life with her son Elias, because she thinks she has been given a second chance in life. The 2 children were born on the same day and look like twins. They are not normal children, because the sea monster is represented by the white complexion of their hair. They have a strong friendship and are extremely close to each other. The queen despises their friendship. She informs her son that as a prince he is not allowed to be friends with the maid's son. Despite this, Elias ignores his mother and continues to hang out with Jonah. The queen decides to exile Jonah from the kingdom. Elias tries to stop her but fails. Jonah then cuts a tree with his knife and water starts to flow from it. He tells Elias that as long as the water is clean, he should know that he is alive, and as soon as it turns red, it will mean that Jonah's life is in danger. After saying this, he left. Elias regularly checks the water to see if it has turned red. One day the water turns red and he realizes that something is wrong. In order to find Jonah, he leaves the kingdom without telling his mother. After a long search, Elias finally reaches Jonah's house. He discovers that Jonah has married a young woman. He learns that Jonah left for the forest 5 days ago, and has not returned since. Elias then leaves to search for Jonah, while the queen is more and more worried about him. Left with no other option, she consults the necromancer again, who asks her the same thing. If she wants her child back, she will have to sacrifice a life. The queen immediately accepts the proposal. Elsewhere, Jonas is seen injured inside a cave. A flying creature then strikes and tries to kill him. After hearing him scream, Elias locates Jonah and puts an end to the creature with his sword. But Elias is unaware that the creature is none other than his mother. This is what was agreed upon, life for life. In the final scene of the first story, Elias ascends the throne of the kingdom and the story ends. This is the end of our story. See you in the next video.